I'm Delta Miles, and it's time for Wake Up in Provincetown!
Good morning, everybody! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up!
In Provincetown! This week featuring...
Wake up, wake up!
Can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up!
Make it strong, please! Hey! Ho! Hey!
Wake up, wake up!
Ho! No, really, can I have some coffee?
Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up!
Good morning, everybody. It's June 28th, 2024.
Pride Month's almost over.
I know. And Gemini season is in the rearview mirror. Happy Cancer
Thank
season.
God.
What?
Just kidding.
Is it going to be that kind of show?
It always is. One addition to the intro video, I didn't get to get in time. We do also have another interview from Sandy Waters. She's a psychic medium, and
She's going to read Harry.
She has a show tomorrow night at the Provincetown Brewing Company. So check that out, and we're going to chat with her in a bit.
Right in here.
But where have you been?
Where have I been? So 2 weeks ago was the Provincetown International Film Festival and Frolic Weekend. I had to miss all of it because I was struck down low with COVID. My second time. Ever.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No, I had it in 2020 when it was new. You know, I always get the new iPhone first. I'm an early adopter, as they call it. So I had COVID in March of 2020 and in June of 2024.
Wow.
It wasn't
feeling better. It wasn't so bad.
Oh no, it was. I mean, yeah,
That's great.
all those boosters and
Yeah, you've been
vaccines
boosted.
and everything. But it was like a really, really terrible head cold, no fever.
It is going around. Be careful.
Yes, if you didn't get a booster, get a booster. I will admit this. Like 6 weeks before that happened, that's over. You guys are stupid, and it's not over, and they're not stupid.
Yeah.
So get a booster.
Also, in the same vein, this past week, members of Congress reached out to the Biden administration and the health department to ask if there is a plan for Mpox resurgence. We spoke about it a few weeks ago, so it has made it to the highest level. So talk to your healthcare professional about what you should do to best keep yourself safe.
Have you been boosted and vaxxed against Mpox?
I have been vaxxed, not boosted.
Oh my God, we should go in and get boosted.
Oh,
Check your microphone, Harrison.
It's on. Can you hear me? Hello.
So that was 2 weeks ago. And then this past weekend, I was in Delaware for the wedding of my very best friend on the planet, Mrs. Paula Brown Stupart. And
Does this
Troy.
one work
They're at
better?
sea right now. They're on a cruise celebrating their nuptials. It was a really beautiful, fun wedding in southern Delaware where it was 100 degrees and we were outside with no cover or shade.
She looked beautiful.
She was gorgeous. All of our high school crew were there. My 7th grade English, Paul is a teacher, so our 7th grade English teacher is now an administrator. He was there. I had to give this toast because I was the man of honor. And in the bathroom after my toast, my 7th grade English teacher came up and was like, I'm going to take 10% of the credit for that beautiful toast you wrote because I taught you English when you were 12. And I was like, okay.
I'm sure you get. You're like. I feel like you're the best person to give a speech at a wedding.
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful time. It was nice to be there. It's nice to be back. I got back from that wedding on Saturday, worked Sunday, did my show at the post office this past Monday.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I heard it was amazing.
It was a really fun time. It was a really good one.
You
We're
made
very
up with
happy.
Tammy.
Tammy Brown and I, we've always been like this, but like all close friends, you sometimes have,
Yeah.
there's times when you're like this, there's times when you're like this, there's times when you're like that.
I also heard Mary was amazing. Mary is the new kind of restaurant manager over at Butch's and the
She's
Crown
the
and Anchor.
F&B manager at the Crown and Anchor. What?
That's what it is, F&B.
F&B. And so
Food and beverage for y'all not in the know.
she's a performer. She's a burlesque performer and singer who was making her Provincetown debut at the Post Office Cabaret stage. rapturous applause. She
Oh,
nailed
yeah.
it, totally crushed it. Everyone loves her.
Yeah.
It was a really fun time.
Was Jen Cabral there?
Jennifer was there.
I feel like you need to put her in the cast as like the person with the coffee cup
Mhm.
who like sits behind you.
She should just be on the stage
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
Yeah, she's always there.
She's a part of the show.
She's one of my best friends, and she
Just
loves
like
the
at
show.
town meeting.
Mhm. How were things while I was gone?
They were great. We had some really great co-hosts fill in for you.
Peter Toto?
Yeah, Peter Toto in the room. TikTok superstar. He hates when I say that.
Why? Comic genius, TikTok superstar Peter Toto.
Yeah, yeah. But also we dragged Mark out from behind the camera, kicking and screaming, but he did a fantastic job filling in for you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it was great. But I'm very happy to have you back, even though my guest hosts were incredible.
Thank you. It's very
Yeah.
nice to be back.
I had a really fun week. After I worked a lot this past weekend, but I got a visit from a couple of my favorite people, Steve and Alicia, my friends from Boston, and their 13-month-old baby Louie. He is the cutest. I hung with him for 2 days. I don't think I heard him cry. Maybe not for more than 5 seconds.
He has the rest of his life to do that.
Right. But he loves P-Town. They stayed at AWOL, which is I hung out there for a good amount of time with them. AWOL is a really beautiful property. It's one of the best views in town. It faces the moors. They have a really incredible heated pool. The rooms are stunning, hip, trendy. The people who run it are really fun and nice. I think the thing that stood out to me the most is in the lobby, they have a bunch of taps,
Mhm.
and it's like cold brew,
Really?
hot brew, sparkling water, like regular
Oh, that's
water.
fun.
Yeah, and they also have like a cute little gift shop. It's really a great establishment. I had a lot of fun. They basically Steve and Alicia and Louie plan their vacations around where there are AWOLs. They come to P-Town to see me and stay at AWOL. They go up to, I think it's Maine or New Hampshire that they have an AWOL that they stay at.
Mhm.
But they really love it. And I had so much fun with them. They're 3 of my favorite people. They love Provincetown. I always have such a good time with them. And having a baby was cute. He was like on my hip the whole time. And everyone I passed into me, I'm like, this is my baby.
Are you gonna have a baby
No,
someday?
that's enough.
No, once a
Having
year.
Louis for 2 days, and I'm sure my nephew Nolan's going to come up for 2 days. I think 4 days a year is the right amount.
Mhm.
Yeah. I couldn't keep Alicia away from Canteen. She ate like 80% of her meals at Canteen. She loves the place. But another place I had to, I do want to say, I had to convince, we were walking down the street and we were like, let's get a snack. And I was like, oh, we could do Governor Bradford. And she was like, no, yuck. Ugh, ugh. I went there once and I got a hair in my food. I'll never go back. And I was like, when was that? And she was like, oh, like 10 years ago. It's like, girl.
Many changes.
Yeah,
since.
Governor Bradford is a fully new restaurant. If you don't know, it is one of the best menus in town. The food there is incredible. Bradford, she loves the fries at Canteen. That's why she loves it so much. But the we got the fries at the Governor Bradford, and they're amazing. Their izakaya menu is fantastic. The food there is incredible. The service is great. Yeah. So if you haven't been since they got revamped, you have to go. It's really, really amazing.
And also, there will occasionally, once in a while, even at the best restaurants, be like a hair.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
You can't-
Totally.
And if it happened 10 years ago,
I mean, Alicia works at restaurants. She knows.
yeah, okay.
I'm always just like, oh, that's not great.
No, it ruins it for me too. But I don't not go there
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I mean, but you know, there's so many options in P-Town.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to just like blacklist places. What else did I do this past week? I hosted trivia with our tech producer Sam. She filled in for Evan this past week, who is out of town. She's going to be filling in for me this upcoming Monday at trivia, which will be a blast. She does a really great job. But I will be at Broadway on the Beach this upcoming Monday. It is going to be obviously hosted by Marissa and Brittany, 2 of our favorite Broadway superstars right here in Provincetown. And the guests are me, Peter Toto, who's in the room, and also Joao Santos.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince them to do On the Willows, which is a gorgeous trio of male singers.
I think you should do At the Ballet, a gorgeous trio of female singers from a chorus line.
That's true.
I
that
love
could be
that
fun
song.
too. We'll see.
I would love to come to that.
I was here at the brewery and last night, and then Lux Liaison arrived to do Cards Against Humanity, which I hadn't done yet,
Mhm.
but I stayed for the whole time. It was really fun. It is a fun vibe. She does a really, really great job. If you can't understand how they do Cards Against Humanity in a restaurant, come and check it out. It's a lot of fun.
How many how many boxes do you need to play with that many people?
She's like a suitcase of Cards Against Humanity cards. But it's tons of fun. Come check that out. It's every Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Hmm. So this Monday, that's July 1st. Are you guys ready for 4th of July? Is everybody ready for that? No? There's a lot of no's, heads shaking
Yeah.
no right now.
I
in the
don't
room.
want to do it.
We have to. It's summer, even though it's like cold out right now. I biked here in shorts and a t-shirt, and it wasn't enough clothes.
Bob walked in and he was like, I'm like, girl.
Chilly morning. We're gonna get to the weather in a second.
Yeah.
But anything else?
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out to our friend Jeff Petriello. He's been working on a new New York Times game for the past, I can't even imagine, probably a year. It's called Strands, but it officially launched on we've been doing the beta one, which is an online website, but it's officially on the New York Times Games app. So definitely check that out. Have you played it yet?
I play it all the time.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Strands is hard.
It's hard, but it's fun. Sometimes I get it, and it's like, if you can figure out it's basically word search, but every letter is a word. Kind of, they all fit together.
Right.
And if you get the theme, it can go pretty easy. But it's sometimes the theme, I'm like, I don't know what these words mean.
And I think it's because the words can go in any number of directions, so it's hard to see. It's
Yeah, but definitely
making your brain work in a new way.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun, and keep an eye out for Jeff Petriello's name in the byline.
Jeff actually came to my show and won $150 worth of
Word.
restaurant gift cards.
Damn, where you get? Jeff, take me
That's
out,
him.
please.
Take him to the Red Inn, Jeff.
No, somewhere else.
That's where he won.
No
his
hard
gift
feelings. I'm
cards
just
to.
staying away for a minute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A relentless tirade. Oh, by the way, they're probably going to cover this in Babes and Boys, but Mona Moore's brand new show on Tuesdays at the Grotto Bar.
I love the title.
It starts this Tuesday, July 2nd. The title of the show is It Over Yet? A Relentless Tirade. And if you are a friend or fan of Mona, you know exactly why she's calling it that.
Yeah.
I think you should be part of it.
I agree. Mona, have me as a guest.
Have him on there, Mona.
Basically, the only time I'm not doing a relentless tirade is shockingly during this hour. The 1 hour where I'm supposed to talk a lot is when the only time I'm not doing a relentless tirade. Let's do weather, and then I'll come back with news. Check it. This is Sean with the weather.
Good morning, guys. It's a gorgeous day here in town, and we are all gearing up for the height of busy season, which kicks off this weekend with the 28th Annual Portuguese Festival today and the 77th Annual Blessing of the Fleet on Sunday. I'm currently standing in Bas Relief Park at the base of Pilgrim Monument, where the Knights of Columbus will be hosting a soup tasting today from noon to 3, and the Lions Club will be running a Portuguese food court on Saturday from 11:30 to 7. Make sure to swing by and try something delicious. Next week has been called many things, including, but not limited to, Circuit Week, the week people love to hate, Tweak Week, and the week that makes you long for Bear Week. However you feel about Independence Week, the good news is that we are very likely to continue this incredible stretch of weather we've had all season. The skies will be gorgeous and mild today and a little warmer tomorrow. Sunday, for the blessing, we'll probably see thunderstorms and spotty showers, but the week ahead looks pretty darn great. As of now, the 4th looks to be a classic sunny and humid July day, which should be great for fireworks viewing in the evening. The big spots for parties are, of course, the Boat Slip, Crown and Anchor, and the Gifford House, but there are many places you can celebrate all week long. All three venues have events all week long, with the Crown and the Boat Slip hosting fireworks viewing parties on Thursday. The Boat Slip is hosting a special extended tea from 4 to 10, and the Crown is throwing a mega party, but you'll want to get your tickets now as prices at the Crown party are $75 at the door. Wherever you end up in town on Thursday, fireworks begin at sundown. Finally, a new favorite. Let's talk about the tides. High tide today is at 5:30 p.m. with low tide about 11:30 p.m. Perfect for late night activities in the next 5 nights or so. We are seeing 10-foot plus tides, so that midday walk out to Boy Beach will be a wet one, but your feet should be dry at night. Everyone have a fantastic weekend and a holiday week ahead. For those of you in town, I will see you at tea. Guys, back to you at the brewery.
It's Bas Relief Park, Sean Naughton.
That just means more people have to be talking about the bas relief.
Yeah,
So people can hear it and know.
go to Bas Relief
Yeah.
Park to experience the Portuguese festival.
Yeah.
It's going to be really fun
Oh,
and
definitely.
delicious.
Yes.
Get your fill of Portuguese kale soup and stuffed clams.
I'm all about the malasadas.
Ooh, is that a dessert?
Yeah. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. Ooh, let's do some news.
Okay.
Oh, before we get into news, I did forget to mention, I am officially 2 weeks into my run of the Devil Wears Payless over at the post office. Thank you. Oh my God, claps all around. I am having the absolute best time. The show is so fun. It's about 55 minutes. It is a spoof of The Devil Wears Prada. It's the whole movie condensed to under an hour with a twist live on stage. It's very silly, very fun. I have so much fun. The cast is amazing. I have so much fun working with Eden, JJP, and Jamie, Richard, Christopher. And I'm just, now that it's in my bones and I've got it, it's just the most fun I have all week being on stage. We're getting such a great response. People are saying they're having a great time. And also, most shows in Provincetown are an hour, 50 minutes to an hour, and everyone leaves it going, it was so short though. And I've seen some hour-long shows in Provincetown that felt like 5 hours. And I think it being 55 minutes and people saying that it feels short means that it's really fantastic. Yeah.
What nights is it?
It is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 10 o'clock. It runs all summer. I have the link in our bio right now. Get a ticket now because the more tickets sold, the less I have to bark. I've also had my first barking experiences over the past couple weeks with Devil Wears Payless, and it is a humbling experience.
Edie called it soul crushing.
I find it fun because I'm just back to the people who are mean to me, but it's my character.
Why do you mean to somebody who's barking for a show?
I know. I love when I'm like, Devil Wears Payless tonight at 10. And they're like, no, thanks. I'm like, you can just say, that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you about something. And then you say, no, thanks. Doesn't make sense.
They just don't want the card. They're
Yeah.
like, don't give me a piece of paper.
I don't want the piece of paper either in general, but I put it up here. And I say, thank you for that information. That's cool.
That's cool.
But come see it. It's really fun. There are people who have been there 4 times already. In 2 weeks,
Really?
just dying.
Who's the number one fan?
Mark from Joe Coffee.
Really?
Yeah, it's his favorite movie. And basically, he's like, anytime I have friends in town, I will be there to see it.
Are there like monologues eviscerating each other?
No, I mean,
They don't recreate that monologue?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of it's pulled from the movie because it's already so great. And then we just add fart jokes on top of it pretty much.
So Provincetown.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's a blast. And I just get to act faggy and bitchy.
They're also probably going to take it to Puerto Vallarta, right?
Probably. I think.
Are you going to go to PV for the winter?
I don't know. A lot of times when it travels, part of the deal is that they want one local performer to be in it, and I do feel like my part will be the easiest to replace with a local performer. But I would love to, Jamie.
Just putting a bug in Jamie's
I've never
ear.
been to PV. Take me. Okay, news. Should we do local news?
Yeah.
First order of business, there is a new t-shirt that is soon to be available right here at the Provincetown Brewing Company. It is a bike and Provincetown Brewing Company collab featuring artwork by my favorite artist. Oh, one of my favorite artists in town. Sorry, Paul. He's also on the list. But Cedric Guth, his show is up. I'm not sure if it's up right now. It might have gotten taken down for this weekend at the Treadwell Gallery. Go see his artwork. But he did artwork for the brand new bike Provincetown Brewing Company collab. It is going to be available on July 7th. July 6th, and we are celebrating the 150th anniversary of Bike right here at Provincetown Brewing Company. It's going to be fun. I might be a jockstrap model. That's supposed to make you want to come.
Sam said yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
But it's going to be a ton of fun. Come hang out. That's when the new t-shirt will be available. I posted it. Do we have the picture up? The artwork is amazing. That blue color looks amazing on me. And probably you.
And probably you.
But come check it out. Okay. Other local news. Y'all know I was up in arms and mouthy about the bike
Walk zone. Did you hear what happened? I did hear what happened.
I'm mad about that.
You're mad about it? Well, tell Eric Borg.
I'm not mad about the... So basically, Evan was out of town. So Sam guest hosted for trivia. If Evan was in town, I was planning on taking trivia off so that I could be at that meeting to speak out against the bike ban or the walk-only zone. And I didn't because I had to be over trivia. And basically what happened at the meeting was basically when that finally came up on the ballot, a member of the select board immediately made a motion to table it indefinitely, which is great because that's what I want. But I feel like if that was the plan, that would have been great to know in advance, because I feel like people did rearrange their schedules so that they could be there. And I would have been very upset if I lost out on income to be there.
To speak it out at a meeting that didn't really end up happening.
Yeah, that's upsetting. And I feel like it is another example of the disconnect between members of the select board and the working people here in Provincetown.
I would like to, and for context, everybody knows that our friend Corey got hit by a moving vehicle on Commercial Street. So the town leadership was proposing a walk zone from Center Street. Some of the town, thank you. Some of the town leadership was proposing a walk zone where even if you were on a regular pedal bike, you would have to get off your bike and walk it from Masonic Place to Center Street.
Would dogs and strollers be able to?
Dogs and strollers already walk. Or you mean you have to make the baby get out and walk?
No, if a dog in a stroller, is that a?
Oh, a dog in a stroller.
Yeah, not dogs and strollers. A dog in a stroller, or do they have to walk if it's a walk only?
Is this what you were going to ask them at the meeting?
I guess I was just frustrated at the fact that dogs would have more freedom of movement on Commercial Street than I.
The relentless tirade against the dog people
Here we
continues.
No, it is the dog people.
I know.
I love
it's not dogs. It's dog people that he has
Yeah.
a problem with. We
Yeah.
need to make that clear before he gets
Anyone
assassinated.
who knows me knows that I like their dog better than them.
Harrison loves
Like,
dogs.
What's the name of that guy who works? I'm just kidding. Clay. If I ever see Clay walking down the street, I'm always like, "Hi, Abby. Hi, Abby." Oh yeah, and you. It's always that. I love dogs.
But I guess, I mean, maybe the town leadership or the part of town leadership that wanted this walk thing to go through, they heard the public outcry before the meeting, and somebody stood up and decided to shut it down before it ever really happened.
that
right?
is great,
Was there
but-
talk about it before? Like,
Eric was shocked.
you were shocked too.
Do you understand what I'm saying though? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what you're saying.
Yeah, not everyone works 9 to 5 sending emails or is retired. You know.
There is no walk zone. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Sha'Carri Richardson officially is going to be at the Olympics. She's one of my favorites. We love queer women, and she's taken over the world.
She's winning her races pretty easily. I don't want to jinx her.
I know.
She's still like more than a tenth of a second behind Florence Griffith Joyner's all-time world record in the
That's
100-meter
never gonna
dash.
be in.
I know, but she's gonna come close.
Yeah, but she does it. She does it well. She does it in style. I really like her. I really like her energy, her vibe.
Imagine if she had been allowed to run 4 years ago.
I know. Over this past week, President Biden officially pardoned all veterans convicted and discharged over their sexuality and gender identity. I think this is a bit of justice when it comes to the military service. I also read a statistic that 1 in 3 trans people has served in the military.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that wild? I love that.
Huh.
Yeah. Also, Meryl Streep's daughter Louisa Jacobson came out and said they were entering a new joyful era and posted a picture with their new girlfriend. I love her because I love the Gilded Age. I can't wait for it to come back. And congratulations to them. Any other news? I think that is all I've got. Do you want to talk about the debate at all?
I didn't watch it. Did you?
I did not watch it.
Then why would we talk about it?
Let's talk about people being upset about it.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah.
People are saying
The general consensus is that it was not a fun watch.
it was. I mean, the general consensus, I think, is unmitigated disaster.
Yeah. I don't think it was good for anyone except for the people who believe the lies coming out of Trump's mouth. Yeah. I think it's a bummer. I think as a country of one of the best countries in the world
That's the spirit, Harry.
with really incredible, smart people. And like, I know really incredible, smart politicians living here in Provincetown. And I think we could and should make movement to put the best person forward. And I hope that happens. And I think there is still time.
There is.
Yeah.
Great.
So were you with Mark when he was up in?
No, I was not.
So Mark made it up to Maine. and he was lucky enough to see the final things happening to the schooner Hindu. It has been renovated.
Totally rebuilt.
Rehabilitated, rebuilt.
Totally rebuilt over the last few years. They've still been here on a different boat, but we are so excited. This summer, it is the return of the schooner Hindu, and Mark got to see up in Maine the final touches being put on it, and he got to interview the captain, Josh and Aaron, the captains. Yep. Perfect. The captains. Check it out.
Everyone, well, I am here in Maine with Captain Josh Rowan and Captain Aaron Desmond, and we are next to the magnificent Hindu. After 4 years of being completely rebuilt, a 100-year-old piece of sailing history is about to come back to Provincetown for the 2024 season. Captain Josh, how did you get to be in possession of this magnificent piece of nautical history?
It's kind of a mystery, I guess you could say. Luck and circumstance and obsession and love and all those things kind of come together and helped make it a reality, I guess. I often refer to as Dorian Gray, and I'm the painting. As you can see, I'm aging and she's going the other way. Still looks like she's brand new. I would say that my wife Erin and I have poured our hearts and souls into this boat to make it what it is currently, and I think it is currently in the same condition or better than when it was originally launched off the rails, just 30 miles south of us in Coos Bay.
And you have spared no expense with the materials. Like, you've got lumber from all over the world in this ship, correct?
Oh yeah, no, there's lumber from Guyana, there's lumber from Malala, Oregon, there's lumber from Africa, there's lumber from Thailand, you name it, there's probably a piece of it here. There's bronze from mines all over the world. The iron keel is Swedish iron, which is the most valuable, rarest iron, and it was cast before the first atom was split by man, anyway, and it makes it incredibly valuable. And there's a lot of things that are have come together to make this thing a reality, and I think that is, to me, is what makes sailboats so cool. I'm an engineer, and there's not a minute of a day that goes by that I'm not like taxing my brain trying to figure out what to do here or there to make it better and to make it last longer, I think.
And it's the original keel. It's just everything else, because wood rots, you've had to replace, and every single piece of wood
has been copied identically.
And Aaron, you guys have been together for 6 years, married for 2.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself in a barn in Maine, like lovingly recreating and restoring this beautiful vessel?
Sticking with the alchemy theme. No, of course not. No, not at all. Never would I ever have imagined this being my life, and I certainly had resistance at various points to most of it.
And if anyone, if you're in the know and you're in Provincetown and it's the end of season and you're like your business owner says our staff party is going to be on the Hindu, you're like, yes, it's going to be fun and beautiful and magical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an incredible experience.
Yeah.
Sunset cruises. I mean,
You can book today.
Okay,
Just
one. And book in advance, because you're going to have 2 ships running this year.
Yes. So we'll have the Bloodhound back, which we were lucky enough to be able to put in the stable as the Hindu came out. So we were still able to take people sailing, thank God, to just keep some trickle going, to keep the project going. But now we will have 2 Coast Guard certified wooden boats to take you sailing on.
And so you guys book a passage on the Hindu. Go out for the sunset, go out for a day cruise, go out for the movie night, just like you've got to experience. And this is the last time you're going to see it looking like this, because the next time when this boat gets into Provincetown, this will be a beautiful black and green hull. We are the last people to be seeing it looking like this. And book a cruise and say hi to Josh and Aaron. It is, I've been so happy to come up here, and thank you to Paul Benson of The Independent for inviting me along up on this trip. We'll see you guys later.
Can't wait.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank
See you soon.
A very special thank you to our friend Larry Shea, who helped Mark edit that video.
Ooh.
Mark's editing skills are nascent as yet. So
What?
thanks, Larry.
I don't know what that word means.
It means he's not good at it yet.
I
Oh.
was thinking nice word, use the word nascent.
He's
Yeah.
You really do need to thank that English teacher.
I knew that word before him. Anyway, welcome to the show, Phoebe Potts. Phoebe, how are you?
I'm so good.
Straight from Gloucester?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, literally straight from.
So
Straight.
you
comma,
opened your
from
show last night.
I did.
Too Fat for China.
Yes.
Part of the 4-star solo shows happening at the Provincetown Theater this
Yes,
month.
yes.
How'd it go?
It was really fun.
Good.
So Provincetown knows this already, but you guys go to things.
Yeah.
And when you go, you're like, okay, we're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
You're not like. So it feels as soon as I was on stage, before I was on stage, I went to your show the night before, and it was like raucous, and people were just ready to absorb. So I had this really good feeling going in, and I had people right in the front row who were laughing and maybe crying, but so much a part of it with me, and it's wonderful. It's a great little theater,
Mhm.
and I say little in a really good way.
Yeah.
It's a really, really nice theater, and everybody's just been so welcoming and sweet. And
Why Too Fat for China?
Okay, so it's really good. What do you think?
I've been to Japan, and I would go into shoe stores and be like, I'm a 9. They're like, oh my God, enormous. I'm like, size 9? That's tiny. That's tiny feet. And they're like, we don't carry giant people's shoes. Is that what it is?
No.
Okay.
It's interesting. So I really wanted a baby, and I couldn't make one. So
And you live in Gloucester?
yes, and that's a throwback to the pregnancy panic thing. Yeah. Right, but remember, I'm from Brooklyn. Right. So something was probably in the water.
Mm.
But so my husband and I tried to adopt, and we were always going to adopt. When you look at what's happening with adoption back then in 2009, there were certain restrictions on who could adopt.
Mhm.
And China said that the adoptive parent couldn't have a body mass index higher than a 29. So I'm a
What?
29 and a half. Like,
Hey.
yes. So I didn't want to adopt from China, but I was amazed that there were these, like, nature doesn't care who the parents are, right? But like,
Right.
15-year-olds can get pregnant and 45-year-olds, but China had very specific limitations. They also said, and this was really a deal breaker for me, you couldn't be on antidepressants. So no fat, happy Americans. And Zoloft and I have been tight for a really long time. Like, I'm not about to break up with Zoloft. And also, what do they think we're doing with all the antidepressants that they make for us,
So true.
if not parenting?
Well, I guess they know what's in them. So they're like, nobody that's on this.
Right. Yes. So that's why Too Fat for China. But it's not so much about China as the rapacious adoption business and basically the really terrible things I did for love.
Oh, it sounds like people probably are getting moved to tears.
Yeah. Although I hope not.
More laughs than
Yeah.
tears.
Yeah. That would be my yes.
That
Yes.
is not what I would have expected it to be about.
I know. I thought it was going to be more like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you mean big feet in Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are big.
The shoes are big. The feet inside are not. You know what that means?
How long have you been performing this show?
So since it opened at the Gloucester stage in 2019,
Mhm.
and I took it to Boston thanks to a Live Arts Boston grant from the Boston Foundation. And then on the steam of that, plus my entire community pitched in, they sent me to the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh.
Awesome.
Yeah, so a lot of people in Gloucester really came through and helped basically crowdfund me. I did it in Edinburgh, got really good reviews. The Scotsman called it amusing,
Oh,
which is huge. Huge. Thank you, right? Right? Yes. I was there, so we were there for the month. My name's Phoebe Potts. I thought it would an easy, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. We would have the same trajectory. Not exactly. But when I came home, I did it at the Solo Show Festival in New York City, and it won Best Storytelling Show.
Aw.
And then I've been shopping it around to take it places, and the Provincetown Theater nabbed it up for this
Word.
festival they're doing. And I'm going to DC next in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Sorry, but
It's hot there.
It is, yeah, right. But apparently they have an audience because they have another Solo Show Festival.
No spoiler alerts, but did you ultimately adopt a child?
Oh yeah.
Yay,
Yeah.
congratulations.
No, we hit the jackpot.
Yay.
Yeah, he was bar mitzvahed last year. His name's Lemmy. He was born in Ethiopia. He was there last night. He actually goes to all the shows. And when I came out to talk to people afterwards, I was like, well, he's here. And he said this. And they're like, he's here?
It's like it's a celebrity.
Can we meet him?
Aww.
But he's 14, so he did not want to be
Yeah,
met.
no,
Yeah.
of course not.
Yeah. He's the best.
That's so great to hear.
Yeah.
How many more shows you got?
Here?
Yeah.
Just two.
Tonight and tomorrow?
Tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, get your tickets. Are there tickets available still?
There's a couple.
A couple,
There's
yeah.
a few seats left, you guys.
Is it your first time in Provincetown?
So I used to be a union organizer in Hyannis.
Okay.
And I haven't been here in 30 years. But this is an amazing, sexy barnacle of a town. Oh my God.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can't get us off.
Yeah.
That was good.
Whenever I do something, that's the face he does when I use
No, I was just going to say I've heard differently about you. I've heard that you can get Harrison off.
Hey. You can try.
Anyway.
Yeah. Break a leg tonight and tomorrow.
Thank you, same to you.
Thank you. And congratulations on an incredible run here in Provincetown.
Thank you.
Thanks
This
for
is
coming
really fun.
Break a leg.
Let's
I don't want to leave.
Don't. Let's head over
You
to
live
Anne
here
with the
now.
traffic report.
Hello, thank you for watching the traffic report out here in Provincetown, Massachusetts. And today, the traffic in Provincetown is red, because my summer show, Red Gags at Red Room, is starting tonight and ticket sales are in the red. So what we're gonna have to do is do a little traffic lesson with you all. Essentially, when you see a red light, maybe it's on Commercial Street at 258 Commercial Street, and you see a red light, that means you have to stop. And if you're stopped at 258 Commercial Street tonight around 7 p.m., you might as well just walk into the Red Room and see my show. You're stopped on the street already. If you don't stop when you see a red light, I'll just have to write a traffic violation. And I'm very interested in writing traffic violations right now. I'm trying to build my resume for the town government. There's a new position. The chief of fire has resigned, and Lord knows I start enough fires to be good at putting them out. So please come to my show tonight at Red Room. Stand-up comedy, 7 p.m. with special guest Lux Liaison.
Here we are. Thank you, Anne.
Yeah.
Please welcome Sister Mary Playtime.
Hello, boys. Morning.
And Brother Richard.
Matthew.
Brother Matthew.
Sorry. Different religious guy.
Brother Matthew. How are you boys this morning?
Really fantastic. How are you?
I'm very well. Do you know what? We've just arrived, haven't we, from London town? And it's our first time here at Provincetown for the festival. We're very excited, and our show opens tonight. So thank you so much for inviting us on here with you both.
Of course.
I'm loving your legs, by the way.
Thank you.
Do you like mine?
I love
Very
that.
much. Very much.
Lady
You got
like.
your taps on?
I know. I love a tap shoe. There's nothing like a bit of early morning tap. Do you tap?
I don't tap.
Do you tap?
Every morning.
Great. Could you do a time step?
I can do a flap.
A flap?
Yeah, that's really it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, did you win awards for that? No.
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 Did you?
No, but I just like to tap, you see, because coming from the lovely baby Jesus is something very important. But I like a bit of showbiz glamour and a bit of Patti LuPone.
So you're here all summer at the Red Room?
We are here all summer at the Red Room, and it's
your first time in P-Town?
First time in P-Town. I feel a bit like the Virgin Mary, because obviously she was a virgin, and I'm a virgin to P-Town. So I'm hoping that everyone will come and help us pop our cherry.
How did you find Provincetown? All the way from London?
Our producer
Okay.
got us, because we did Fire Island, Adam Weinstock. There he is. Look at him. Isn't he handsome? Give him a wave. Yes, we did the Ice Palace in Fire Island last year in New Jersey. And as the previous guest said, we've done Edinburgh quite a lot as well.
Oh, no way.
Yes, and the difference between Edinburgh and Provincetown is Edinburgh is wet and cold, beautiful, and Provincetown is sunny and glorious and warm. I've had a new habit made.
Really?
Just above the
Ooh,
knee.
Gotta get the leg out.
I know.
Yeah. We've been very lucky to be warm. It's not always this warm, and sometimes it's rainy as well.
Well, I imagine, but at least it's, a warm rain.
Right.
Not a cold, damp rain.
Can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Yes. So the show basically is, well, Brother Matthew, we sort of sing together. We do some, I talk a little bit about my life, my background at St. Peter's of the Sisters of the Third Removed in Soho in the heart of London's West End. And I talk a little bit about my mother, who's famous. And then we do some audience participation. There's a bit of sound and music, obviously, and some fun things, isn't there?
Are you having fun? Good.
He can speak, but he can't this morning.
He can, he's not allowed.
He's not allowed,
I
are
got
you?
you.
But he's very talented as well, Brother Matthew.
How are you finding? Oh, you open tonight, so you haven't had an audience.
No, but we open tonight. Yes, it's very exciting, and a special opening offer, I believe, $5 off the $35 tickets.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's only $30 tonight. But we're here Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, 5:30 at the Red Room till the end of time.
That's fantastic. And like Phoebe was just saying, when people show up in Provincetown, they're like so ready to be entertained.
Yes, I hope so. And I think our show is quite different and unique in lots of ways. I don't know. Have you ever met a nun before?
I was baptized Catholic, but I don't know any nuns personally.
Oh, well, you do now. Sister Mary, nice to meet
Sister
you.
Mary, Robert.
Sister Mary, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. She's got a lovely face. Look at those teeth.
Look at all those teeth.
So many. Oh, hi. So the Red Room, 5:30 all weekend
until the end of
until the end of time.
Until the end of time. End of summer, September, I believe.
How do you find American audience receive British humor?
Do you know?
Good.
Yes. Do you know what? It's a very interesting question because we were at the Ice Palace last year, and then we did the Red Eye Manhattan and New Jersey Rep. And I actually find that the American audiences were a lot warmer. English people are quite reserved sometimes, and this show is not about being reserved as an audience member. It's very interactive, and we do lots of silly things. We play some games, so it's a whole experience. It's not just like a show where you sit back and say, "Entertain me, nun." It's a big old show, but with interaction and fun and silliness, because we're quite silly, aren't we? Really, I mean, when you're a nun, don't get much chance to be silly when you're worshipping. So it's nice to stand on a stage and entertain everybody.
Well, I think for all those people out there who are trying to ban drag queen story hours in Provincetown, we have nuns entertaining children instead.
Yes, I mean, yes. And I should also say the show is very family friendly as well.
Excellent.
So if you've got, children who like a bit of Disney as well, we do some of that. So it's not just for gentlemen of a certain persuasion.
I love that.
Very nice.
I love that. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you around town all summer.
Well, we'll be there, won't we? You'll recognize me because I'm a nun. I don't know that many nuns.
I think you'll stand out.
Yes, I think so. Especially my new habit and my tap shoes.
Yeah, we'll see you tapping down commercial.
Sorry, I hope I didn't touch you inappropriately. I was just trying to get my leg up.
How long have you been in Provincetown since you arrived?
1 day, 2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
2 days. I don't even think it's 48 hours, is it, Brother Matthew? I think it might be like 36 hours and 29 minutes and 42 seconds point something.
Well, if you need any pointers on where to eat, what to see, what to do
Yes.
when you're not working.
Well,
we're
I've
good
heard
for
your
that.
show is very good. Someone told me about
I love
this
that.
morning.
I love that.
And also this term barking.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
Flyering for the
flyering.
show.
So
Yeah.
yes, that's what we would say in Edinburgh, flyering. So
Well,
I'm learning all the lingo, barking.
Our tech producer actually got her start barking at that same festival.
Oh wow. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I actually like to bark because I think it's really good fun to meet people. And as your guest, you said earlier about no, thank you. We did a bit of barking yesterday outside the tea dance place, and men were very appreciative actually, and some of them did kneel down and confess their sins to me.
Work.
And I give them, the flyer, and some people went, no, thank you, but I know no, thank you means. And then I go, no, thank you, bless you.
They can't be mean to a nun.
Yes.
They can't be mean to a nun.
Well, yeah, well, it's a strange old world we live in. And I just also want to say there is no politics mentioned in the show because I know you guys having a bad time here, but back in the UK as well, we're having an interesting time.
Yeah.
So people, I think, in our society and time just want to come and have fun and be silly and entertained and forget everything. And it's so important for the human heart, mind, brain, legs, boots, teeth.
Yes, that's so true. Don't feel guilty about a little bit of escapism and having fun.
No, everyone needs to have fun.
Absolutely.
So that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, boys, I brought you something. Are we near the end?
Yeah.
Yes, I brought you something. Something from Sister Mary. Something to suck for you, and something to suck for you.
Wow,
There
you
we
really
go.
for these teeth.
Yes. It's easy. Just take, it's very refreshing, isn't it? It's good for the sugar level. If you find you're getting a bit low
It'll
on
keep me
sugar,
going.
have a good old suck, and you're fine.
Thank you.
The link is in our bio right now. You can get tickets all summer at the Red Room, Sister Mary's Playtime. I cannot wait to check it out.
Well, I hope when you come and say hello afterwards.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I'll see you in the audience with those teeth, won't I?
And we'll have to have you back on the show at the end of the summer to see how Provincetown treats a nun.
Yes, I would love to. Thank you.
That'd be
Or any
awesome.
time, really.
Yeah.
We're available for funerals, weddings, and bar mitzvahs.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much. Lovely days. Thank you.
Ooh. Let's head over to Sam and Babes and Boys to find out everything we've got going on this next week.
The name of this tune is Mississippi Goddamn. And I mean every word of it.
Good morning, y'all. Happy 4th of July week, and without any further ado, let's jump into it. Helltown Aesthetics would like to cordially extend a 50% off promotion to all townies for the remainder of June. If you'd like to get in touch with them, follow up at helltownaesthetics.com or call and text them at 508-251-9533. Also, happy Portuguese Festival from the 28th through the 30th. There'll be all manner of beautiful Portuguese festivities going on, including the Blessing of the Fleet this weekend. So have fun and be safe, and again, drink water. I'm rounding up all the drag queens this week, and starting off, Drag Brunch is hosted by Anita Cocktail every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And also, there's a dine-in drag every Friday, Monday, and Wednesday with Scarlett Strauss at the Brew House, starting at 12:30. 5:30 on Friday brings us Sister Mary's Playtime. Sister Mary's here all summer long and plays at 5:30 over at the Red Room. Also, Friday night brings us a 7 p.m. and 7:30 seating and an 8:15 showtime of Dining Divas over at the Governor Bradford. This Friday, the 28th, Ann Hutchinson will be at the Red Room with Red Gags. Then back at the post office, Paige Turner presents The Wonderful World of Drag every Friday and Saturday at 8:30 and Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Also, Fag Out Fridays is happening at the brewery every Friday at 7 p.m., and it is so camp, you're not going to want to miss that. Next is Dina Martina, 7 p.m. at the Paramount, Wednesday through Sunday. And Tina Burner is in the Wave Bar at 7:30, Friday through Tuesday. Also on Fridays at 7:30 and Thursdays and Saturdays, Misconception goes to the movies over at the Pilgrim House. And Live at the Art House presents Broadway 2 Electric Boobaloo at the Art House, and that's a Wednesday through Saturday show at 8 p.m. Then back at the Crown and Anchor, Barla Jean has a show at 8:30 this Friday and plays Tuesday through Saturday in the Paramount. Also, back at the Pilgrim House, Miss Fritchfield has a show Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m. and also Monday through Wednesday. And my personal favorite for Fridays, Dragalicious Karaoke happens with Dana Denzel, who is on Wednesday through Sunday, Abby Cummings on Tuesdays, and Liza Lott is on Mondays. This starts at 10 p.m. over at the Governor Bradford. Saturday brings us Tina Burner Brunch over at the Crown and Anchor, and that is 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Also at the Crown and Anchor, Diva happens on Saturdays at 7:30 over in the Cabaret. And this specific Saturday, the 29th, over at the brewery, psychic medium Sandy Waters will be there at 7 p.m. This is a ticketed event. Please get your tickets early. Over at the Red Room, Suttonley Seymour plays 7 p.m. shows on Saturdays. And at the Post Office Cafe, Summer Camp with Vivian Fontaine takes place on Saturdays from 9 to 11. Also on Saturday, we start our Revolution Independence Provincetown. You can see all the events right here on this list, or you can check them out only at thecrown.com for more information. Speaking of the Crown, Kaya Cristal performs in a cabaret Saturdays and Tuesdays at 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. Sundays brings us Say Gay Sundays over at the Crown and Anchor, and that's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Speaking of brunch, Misconception starts their big gay Disney brunch this weekend at 11:30 a.m. and it goes to 1 p.m. over at the Pilgrim House. This Monday, I will be hosting trivia with Evan, so come on out and I'll see you there. Also on Monday, live at the Art House, Ginger Minge does Name That Tune, weekly at 8 p.m. Speaking of tunes, this Monday starts the open mic night called Let Me Be Your Star, and that's 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Tuesday brings us Cherie for Madness with Cherie Marcel. Cherie will be at the post office Tuesdays, June 25th through September 3rd. And over at the Pilgrim House, Debbie Holiday does Tina Turner in a tribute. Her show starts July 2nd and goes all the way through July 10th. And I couldn't let a drag queen roundup go by without mentioning Thirsty Burlington, who has shows on Tuesdays over at the Crown and Anchor, June 11th through September 17th, all at 7 p.m. Then back at the Red Room, Edie has 7 p.m. shows, and this year is Edie, Queen of the Desert. Those legs go on for days. Check her out. Also on Tuesdays, Mona Moore is at the Grotto Bar with Is It Over Yet? And that starts at 9 p.m. And back at the Crown and Anchor, Giselle will rock you and she will rock you on Tuesdays at 10:30 in the Wave Bar. Wednesday has a summer camp pool party every Wednesday from 12 to 4, hosted by Helltown Fitness at the Crown and Anchor. Also, we're getting close to the 4th because Marty Cummings is in town to do their show July 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and July 5th at 9 p.m. only at the Crown. And Wednesdays also brings us the Drag Cafe with Abby Cummings and Raquel Blake over at the Post Office Cafe every Wednesday from 8 to 10. Wednesday also brings us Delta Miles is Judy, live from Provincetown, wherever the hell that is. That's one of my favorite names to say. And you're going to want to check her out at 9 p.m. in the Crown Cabaret. Then rounding out the week, Anita Cocktails Variety Hour happens on Thursdays at 7 p.m. at the Post Office, featuring a litany of queens. And speaking of queens, I just want to take this time to say happy 4th of July from a very staunch woman. Please be safe, have fun out there, enjoy the fireworks happening on the 4th. And if you have any events that you'd like to promote and have on the weekly roundup, please email us at babesandboys@gmail.com and or Instagram us at babesandboys. Spread the word, spread the love, and stay safe, y'all. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, babes and boys.
Yeah.
For that drag queen roundup.
Yeah, Provincetown is the best drag in the world. Take that, New York City. Check them all out.
Yeah, now that it's almost July 1st, every show that you think is playing in the summer is playing now. All of the classics.
Yeah. Please welcome Sandy Waters, psychic medium.
Sandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really
Thank
good.
you for having me.
Oh my God, of course. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited. So you have a show tomorrow night right here at the
I
Provincetown
do,
Brewing
right
Company.
here. See the sign?
Yes.
I just left 2 seconds ago.
I love it.
Sorry, that was kind of fun to say.
So you live on Cape.
I do. I'm in Plymouth.
Nice.
Yep.
What? I guess I've never been
Okay.
to a psychic medium
Me neither.
Yep.
show.
Yep.
Tell us what to expect.
So let me start. I'll share 2 seconds of my backstory. So I was once the skeptic in the room. I did not believe in anything that I do now.
Wow.
And fast forward, I lost my father, and a family member said, do you want to go to a psychic medium? And I thought, okay, what do I have to lose? And he was my best friend. So my world like fell apart when I lost him. And from that, it was this curiosity, like they tell you things that they genuinely couldn't know.
Right.
So I went to one after another, learning about how it worked, and then went to classes and so on. So I love going in, and there's so many people that walk in, especially the events nowadays, that have never done anything like this before. And let me forewarn people, I come with a box of tissues. I tend to make people cry. I make people laugh. I make people cry. But I think that when you reconnect with a loved one that you've lost, it's emotional, no matter how you put it. And so coming back to know that they're with you just in a different way just triggers something in you. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
You're like, what was my question?
Right.
Sorry, I talk a little.
So you said it like sparked a curiosity. How does that
Yes.
then turn? Do you find that it's a gift that you have? Do you find that it is a studied craft?
So I believe that every one of us are born with a gift of connection. It's not like there's a handful of us that are, special,
Magic,
if you will.
yeah.
So I believe it's like learning a language. How much time do you want to invest and learn how the process works? And when I say that we all are, every one of us at some point in our lives has been like, whether it's the job we're looking for, or whether we've lost someone, we go, okay, show me a sign. What am I supposed to do? We look to the other side, so to speak, to say, okay, what do I do here? So we all look for those signs. We're all invested in that process. I think that there's a part of us that all either believes or wants to believe in some way.
Oh, definitely.
And my job when I come out is to show that there's more to life than what we see here. I had an event just 2 nights ago, and a woman came up to me afterwards and she said, I honestly did not believe in any of this. I read her friend who had lost a son tragically, and he actually had taken his own life. And she said, you know what, you made me a believer, because you could not have known the things that you said. And she needed so much to hear the things that were said. So I think it's really powerful to connect with someone we've lost.
And I think a lot of people put up emotional walls and
Oh,
block
absolutely.
themselves. Like,
Absolutely.
how do you get those people in, like, you don't have a lot of time in a setting like
Don't.
this.
I'm like this.
Yeah, like, how do you get them out of
especially if you
their
have a lot of
shell?
people. You know what? I ask people to work with me, and I think respectfully, we all have to come in with a little bit of skepticism. And like I said, I've been in those shoes. So I do my best to say, just work with me. And sometimes I'll even have someone sitting in front of me that will go, this was a fun story. I had 2 sisters, and I kept saying to one of them, you took your father's first name and you put it into your son's middle name. And she kept going, no. And I'm going, like, what do you do with that? That's black and white. There's no gray room for that. And finally her sister looks at her and goes, really? Really? Yes, you did. It's sometimes, even being up here can be intimidating for people. So it's like you're on the hot seat and everything goes out. So my job is to trust what I'm getting from the other side more than what I'm sitting in front of. And I just have to trust that that door will open and that I'll get what I need to share with the person in front of me.
What time
It's
is
a
the
really
event tomorrow?
interesting process. So it's from 7 to 9 tomorrow night, and it's right here. I think we said that, but yeah, it's right here.
Is it?
And it's so, if you haven't been here before, it is so cozy in here.
Yeah.
From the minute you walk in from outside, it's like nothing you could describe. I literally took pictures of the bathroom with the Smurf wallpaper.
yeah.
I feel like a kid again. Sorry.
Is it a skill you turn off and on, or
Oh,
are you like
absolutely.
sitting next to someone on the subway and going like, "Oh, your
No,
grandma's
typically, not to say that it doesn't happen, because there are times that I've been in the grocery store or wherever, and I'm like, so somebody's here for you.
Wow.
But typically, if I'm not working, I'm not working. If I'm working, all bets are off.
Wow.
And like my best friend or a family member could be there, and I can open up and see what's going on and things like that.
Since I can't be there tomorrow, will you read him real quick?
Oh,
Read me.
no, he's going to be there tomorrow.
Fine.
He's going to be there tomorrow. See, you should have taken the night off to be here.
I know.
So if anybody wants to watch me try to read him, you should show up tomorrow.
I'm excited. I've
saying.
never done anything like that, but
Yep.
I've had, obviously we've all had experiences in our life. We've lost people, and some of the people that are close to the people that I've lost have done things like this, and
Yes.
they've told me things in the same thing. There are things that they could have never known that they knew. So I'm a skeptical believer, I guess
Yep.
is what you would say.
Yeah. And honestly, like I said before, that was where I got my start. And I think it's healthy to walk in that way. I always say to people, come with an open heart and an open mind and just work with me, because once I can get that door open, they'll give me things that, people need to hear to heal.
Interesting.
And that's always my intent, is to bring healing in some way to whatever I bring through.
I can come to Plymouth.
You can. I have a lot of events. So,
Great.
and who knows, maybe it'll go really well and I'll be back here again.
That'd be great.
And then you'll have to take the night off.
All right.
So the event
Yeah.
is here
All right.
at the Provincetown Brewing Company tomorrow night from 7 to 9. If you go to I put the link in the bio to purchase tickets. You can also go to the Instagram of Provincetown Brewing Company. The link is in their description there as well. But check it out. I think it's going to be fun, insightful, touching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? In a world where things can be hard and so contentious with people, to be in a room full of strangers and watch the way they have compassion for one another, there's nothing like it, really.
I can't
Thank
wait.
you.
It's going to be
Thank
really
you.
fun.
Thank you.
Let's head over to our good friend Sean, our weatherman Sean, chatted with Ron Amato about his Artists of Provincetown series that he has this summer. Check this out.
Hi, everybody. I'm here at PAM with photographer Ron Amato. He has a new show featuring the Artists of Provincetown, opening today at 6 o'clock at PAM. Ron, can you tell us a little bit about the show?
Sure. So about 9 years ago, I decided I wanted to make some artist portraits in town. I spent a big chunk of summer here, and it was just for fun, and it kind of grew and became more serious. And then I decided to make it a much bigger project in 2017. And I took a sabbatical. I teach college, and I took a sabbatical from my teaching position. And I spent 3 months in town, and I made about 35 portraits that summer in 2017. And then it had a lot of substance at that point and weight. So Pasquale Natali, who is back there, you can't see him from there, but he was the first person that I photographed, and he became kind of an advisor on the project, and he decided that he wanted to submit a proposal to the museum for an exhibition, and here we are.
And this was back in 2015, correct?
I started in 2015.
Okay.
The proposal was submitted in 2017.
Okay.
And it got accepted, and
so we're talking like 8 years in the making here, at least, right?
I was shooting it for 8 years. So I shot it from 2015 to 2023.
Okay.
So it started at 9 years ago, but the photographs were made over an 8-year period. And the show, I believe, got delayed because of COVID.
Yeah, of course.
So, which turned out to be an advantage because I was able to keep making work, and I got a total of 84 people at this point in the project.
How many photographs are here in PAM right now?
There are 66 prints on the wall, single prints, individual prints on the wall, and then there's a mural on one of the walls of all 84 subjects together.
Can you just talk about some of the notable people that were here and how this project really came about?
Yeah, I mean, there's levels of notable, right? So there's internationally notable, like John Waters. I don't know if you can see John from there. Mm-hmm. And then there's nationally notable, Jack Pearson's here. Michael Cunningham, Pulitzer Prize-winning author, who wrote the introduction to the book, Artists of Provincetown, which is a beautiful piece of writing he did for me, and which I was really grateful for. And then there are Provincetown legends here, so Pat DeGroot and Ilona Ross Smithkin, who passed away soon after I photographed them. There's people like, Peter Watts is right here, and Mark Adams and Ann Packard. These are just legendary Provincetown artists. And my criteria was, because there's a lot of artists in town, a lot of artists pass through town, a lot of artists exhibit here, even if they don't live here or don't really come here. Mm-hmm. So my criteria was for a sustained commitment to the town.
How do we find your book?
You can get the book at ronamato.com, and all copies that are purchased through my website are signed copies, signed and dated. So ronamato.com, as soon as you get to the landing page, there'll be a big photograph of the cover at the top, and just click that and you'll get right to the book page.
Thank you very much, Ron. You can see Ron's work here at PAM through August 18th. Is that correct?
Through August 18th.
Yep, and the opening show is tonight at 6 to 8 here at PAM. Ron will be here as well. I'm going to swing by as well, so come see us and come see this incredible body of work. It's really something special.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Sean for interviewing our good friend Ron Amato. Check out that series. That's really exciting. Province has amazing artists. Check it out.
Here's an amazing artist sitting right next to me. First time on our show.
First time. I'm a longtime viewer.
Longtime viewer,
But
very good
Long
friend
time
of ours.
time guest.
Long time us begging him to come on the show.
Andy
Well,
Towle, how
I'm
are
super
you?
happy to be here. Yeah, I'm very excited.
And this
Have
is
a
your
show
first
tonight.
group show at the
Yeah.
Commons tonight?
Have a show tonight at the Commons from 5 to 8, alongside two of my best friends, great painters themselves, Trevor McCula and Josh Wilmuth. It's going to be an amazing show that's very bright Technicolor. We're all very different painters. I think our styles complement one another. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's so funny. It feels like just yesterday you were like, I'm going to try painting. And now you're such an incredible artist. How has that journey of going to picking up a paintbrush to being now alongside incredible artists at the Provincetown Commons?
It's amazing. It feels like today almost feels like my birthday because it's like, oh my God, I get to like finally show everything to the world. But yeah, I was doing my website Toll Road for like 18 years. And then during COVID and the whole 2016 election, I just got really, really burned out and just, I needed to start like making things again. So I was kind of dabbling in oil painting and selling a few of my paintings here and there at the Red Inn. And then I just decided to pursue it full time.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of things that Andy makes, Sam, do you have that cute picture of Andy when he was working at the boat slip? If you don't mind putting that up on the screen right now. Little baby Andy. When did you work at the boat slip?
1992 was my first summer at the boat slip. And
You also
then,
look exactly the same.
I know.
1993, I came back and worked as a bartender there. So
When the shirts were pink, right?
Yeah, yeah. I first came to P-Town in 1991 as a writing fellow at the Fine Arts Work Center in poetry. I literally drove into Provincetown. You know, I was 24 years old in October 1991 with my beat up VW, and I didn't know anything about it here. And I remember my first walk down Commercial Street and just how crazy it seemed. And I was like, oh, this town is going to change me. And it just,
For the better.
you know, yeah, just it gets in your blood. Yeah.
And turned you into like a painter.
Yeah.
Provincetown does that too.
I mean, it's a great place to be a painter, and it's so inspiring. A lot of my paintings relate to Provincetown. I would say they're kind of like vivid depictions of my memory and imagination as it relates to Provincetown and things that I've experienced here. So yeah, it sort of takes off from there.
You have the pic, Andy. So I can't go tonight, so I went yesterday to get a sneak peek of it. And in the main hallway is where all of Andy's stuff is showing tonight. And so there's a picture of us, so you can get a little idea of some of what you're going to see tonight. But if you zoom in, you can see red dots all over the place because so many of his pieces have sold already. I walked in, there was one that I saw on Instagram and I was like, oh, I can't wait to go in and buy that. Red dot.
A few have sold, and there's plenty left to buy. And there's also lots of other art by Trevor and Joshua.
It's
and,
a beautiful show.
If you look closely, you might see Bob carrying one of my paintings.
You have to look very closely. And here, he got my good side. The back of my
but
head.
yeah, and also like the Commons is just an amazing venue. They do so many great things for artists that are just starting out, and they also have all kinds of other events there with musicians and talks, and I can't thank them enough. I'm really grateful that they provide this space for people who are just getting started and showing their work for the first time.
It is going to be a scene tonight.
Yeah.
I hope
It's
so.
going to be packed.
I hope so.
It's from 5 to 7 at the
some
Commons.
champagne and other drinks, and yeah, 5 to 8 at the Commons.
Go
That's
in there,
exciting.
give these guys a kiss and a hug, Josh, Trevor, and Andy, and buy some art.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's
Thanks.
It's great. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
should be very
Are
proud.
there still some of your paintings at the Red Inn?
No, not right now.
He's moved on from there.
No, I love the Red Inn.
Yeah. Congratulations. Check out the art show tonight from 7 to 9, 6 to 9.
5 to 8.
5
5
to
to
8.
8.
5 to 8.
Did we forget anything?
I don't think so.
Great. Wow.
That's a
a
show,
first.
kids.
Yeah, we did it.
All right.
Thank our sponsors, Harry.
Thank you to our sponsors, the Crown and Anchor, the Provincetown Brewing Company, Boat Slip, Shipwreck at the Brass Key, the Provincetown Business Guild, P-Town TV, the P-Town Tourism Fund.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for waking up from Provincetown.
Wherever you are.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Good morning, everybody. Wake up.
Wake up, wake up.
In Provincetown.